Hey everyone, it's Walt from Hustling the Highside. It's a Monday afternoon. I think it's about like 85 degrees. And it's wash day for both these cars. As you saw in the last video, we raced at Bear Ridge Speedway. We both ran okay. We had some troubles with mine, which kind of hindered some stuff in the night. I think some of our success. I was able to go out and win the heat, win the semi-feature. We started 11th and I got in a tangle about halfway through and had to go back to about 20th. And getting through traffic at Bear Ridge, a little quarter mile, is tough sometimes. So we got stuck behind a couple of cars. We were patient, and I think I brought it home in 12th. For Big Walt, we were kind of behind on his car because we had carburetor and battery issues with mine, which when you have a carburetor issue, it's not good. And then when you have the battery that doesn't want to work and acts like it has a dead cell, that multiplies it, because when you're working on the carburetor, you need the car to turn over. So we struggled with that. So unfortunately, I feel bad, but my dad kind of put his car aside and really stepped up and helped me big time trying to get mine put back together. And I really appreciate that, for him to do that. And he kind of gave up. I feel like he gave up his success for the night to help me out, which is awesome. I really appreciate it. So like I said, I think Big Walt, he finished one spot behind me. He finished 13th. At the end, things got kind of bottled up, and I was able to get underneath him and get by. There were some cars in front of us that were trying to race 3 wide, and he lifted because they thought there might be a wreck, and I didn't really see that. So, but just hard racing. So yeah, so now we're going to go through, and we're going to get all these things washed up. We're going to go through and check all the bars. I know he didn't touch anybody all night. So his car is in good shape. You know, it's good. When we don't have any damage, we can go through and keep working on setup stuff. We were pretty close last Saturday, so I'm excited for that. We're just getting used to this new suspension package that we got. So it's taken it a lot to learn, especially, I mean, when we tested at Bear Ridge, you guys probably saw that a couple videos ago. It was really slick, and then this past Saturday, it actually had some bite. There was some forward drive in the track. So that was good. I was excited to see some bite in the track because we're able to go faster and you get better bite. You know, you can actually step on the gas somewhat, where with the slick you have to pedal. As for my car, we had to pull the body and stuff off because I need to get to the carburetor to work on that. We got to change the battery as well. And then in hot laps, I got into the wall. So we had a little bit of body work to do. Nothing major, just some general maintenance stuff along with the carburetor and the battery, which is stuff the battery doesn't take that long to change out. The carburetor might take a little bit just to work on. So we like to get nice up close so we can work on it and see what's going on. So stay tuned, and you'll see what we have to do to go through and wash these things. I'm going to wash Big Walt's. Kind of a late Father's Day gift. He's still at work, working hard, finishing up a new house. So hopefully when he gets home, it's all nice and washed and sitting outside for him. So as you can see, the car's not terribly dirty, but a lot of times we find that if we don't wash it, the stuff will get built up, like in the radius rods, like in the rod ends, and it'll cause a bind. It's tough if you have a bind anywhere to understand, like if you have a handling issue, what's going on. So we just make sure to wash the cars, even if it's just a light wash, and they look better too. We don't want to go to the track with them all dirty. So, and they're a real pain in the butt if they're all dirty and you get underneath them and the dust is falling on you and the clay is getting in your eyes and all that. So we just like to keep them clean, and it keeps stuff down. A little more maintenance, but they look good. It's easier to work on stuff, and stuff moves a lot freer. So just like that, we're almost done. We always have a pet peeve of we don't wash the hood on the car because it's less water that we can spray down towards the motor and into the wiring and stuff. So we spray that off separate. The other thing we do, which is pretty crucial that we found last year, I learned it the hard way, was we wash the radiator every week. Last year I went to Devil's Bowl Speedway after running at Lebanon Valley Speedway, which is a big 5/8 mile. We'd never been there, different surface, different clay. And I think we made 14 laps or 15 laps in the feature at Devil's Bowl. I was running pretty well. And I looked down and the temp gauge had gone to 230 and the warning light had come on. So I brought it down pit road, called it a night, and was really puzzled on why it overheated. Well, it came back to I didn't wash the radiator the week before. So we'll pop this panel off usually and we'll go in, we'll spray it from the outside, the fan side out, and then spray some back in. And then usually once we let the car dry out, we'll spray it out with the air gun as well, with compressed air, just to make sure everything's clean, because if you can't keep the car cool, you're not going to compete because you're going to end up overheating and have to bring it in the pits. So we just do stuff like that. It takes an extra 5 minutes, but it could pay off one night in the end. You know, some guys don't worry about it and some get lucky. We just like to make sure to have all those bases covered.
One car is all washed up. It's looking nice and clean. We have a handy dandy helper today. Jenny. Almost all clean.
I think pretty well there. Looks like we got a little bit of body work to do. That's nothing major though. But yeah.
Nice.
We'll get back at it. I'm gonna wash the other one. That one will take a little bit longer because we pulled all the panels off, like I said earlier, because we had to do some body work and whatnot. Because I pounded it off the wall, and you know, it's hard racing. So we'll get to it. We'll get this one put away when it's dried off. Stay tuned. You're going to see Friday night. We're going to be at Claremont Motorsports Park with the pavement modified, the Stuart Beano 77. That should be good. I hope there's a good car count. I'll be excited to race that. We've practiced it and worked hard, so hopefully it goes good and we give you guys a good ride. So thanks for watching. Make sure to follow Hustle on the Highside on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. What else? What else has Heather made? TikTok.
We have a TikTok. We don't have a Twitter yet.
We don't have a Twitter?
Yeah, we can make a Twitter.
I don't know how to use Twitter. Twitter, what else? Venmo, PayPal, you know, all that.
Oh yeah,
good stuff.
Venmo and PayPal. That's
a good one.
Yeah.
What are those? Venmo and PayPal. Oh, that's what you pay.
Walt
people
Hammond
from.
and
Yeah, right.
just
right.
Walt Hammond.
No. So make sure to follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook for updates, and everybody have a good week. It's supposed to be nice. Have a good night.